7.
Recently, Aris did a video about button buffering. Now, I don't want anyone to get this twisted. I'm not calling Aris out, because he's a great player. Obviously, I'm not stupid. He's great. And he's trying to make sure people learn this game. So I gotta commend him, because he's taking the time to try to sit there and teach all this shit. And it's so much shit that you guys honestly should be testing on your own to some degree. But how do we test it? I know. But you honestly gotta do some of the stuff yourself, man. And it's a lot of responsibility to just place it on one man, despite how good he can be, to not miss a single point. In my previous video, I was talking about contradicting myself. It's hard, you know, because there's so much shit.
Get ready for the next battle.
The topic of this is button buffering. Button buffering is something that's not in the tutorial, even if this game had one. It's not there. But it's really handy. It's amazing, actually. I had a friend who wanted to learn King, and he was all excited about it. He was like, yay, put me in the ring, coach. And, he did what most King players do, right? He came to this move list, he got to this section right here, and he was like, yo, that's too hard, I'll never be able to make it in this life as a King player. And I was like, nah, man, there's gotta be, yeah, it seems hard. I was with that mindset that it's really hard, but I was like, now that we know what button buffering is, there's gotta be a way we can do this easier. And sure enough, button buffering does help you with King. And he's intended to. That's in the game for that purpose. Among other reasons, I'm certain. But button buffering, if you don't watch Aris's videos, is where I'm holding down 1, and then I choose to press 2, and because I'm holding down 2, it already just registers that as 1 plus 2. So on and so forth. You know? It just registers I'm pressing all 4, as it shows down there, even though I slowly just press each one at a time. Also key to note, it registers the release of the button. Something I'll have to research myself again later. But anyways, so yeah, that helps King out a lot. That helps a lot of characters out a lot. Cause like you could do like punch and then you want to grab, and you don't even gotta release and then press the grab again. You could just do the punch and then press the 3, and your guy will grab like he was already doing it. So that being said, this video is meant to be educational, and it's not meant to get you down about King, right? It's not meant to make you think this game is broken, because this isn't broken, I'm about to show you. It really isn't. But I was talking with someone who had just watched a video where Aris has said that you can't mash out Rolling Death Cradle. Now, I'm not saying he's giving you false tech, because he's not. You can't mash it out. But you can get yourself to a point where you can then mash it out. And I was trying to explain that to people, but obviously without context or sitting down and showing them, it's hard to believe me. It sounds like I'm lying. It sounds like I'm giving you false tech. At which point, you guys gotta test stuff. So I'm just gonna show this so we can just get this out of the way, because I know it's gonna open up a can of worms. Arm Breaker is how you do Rolling Death Cradle. This is a high damage ass throw that we all know and love, and it's crazy and it will kill you. And you do it and then chicken wing face lock, and then it. So just three sets of 3 throws out of the list, all that health. Seems worth it, right? Hard to pull off, but all that health, who wouldn't want to do it? So to do, there's Rolling Death Cradle, chicken wing face lock, arm breaker. Boom. So, as errors are shown on this video, he goes, he gets triple arm break it. Right? I didn't finish watching this video. I do have to admittedly say, but a guy just asked me to watch this clip at one point. So I can't even profess to say I know all of what he was saying, but the area he did show, he said that he couldn't do it, and I assume the guy watched the rest of the video. Again, it's me not testing stuff, but I'm doing this because I also had a convo with a friend who wanted some help, and they weren't understanding. You can cheat all of these throws. I'm about to show you guys who want to learn King how to do every throw in this list with being a scrub. Complete idiot could do all of these. I mean, fuck. Let's try this one. So just by mashing, we can do all of King's shit. Now some people get disheartened by that, because then they fall into the belief that, oh man, if a King player grabs me, he can just mash, and if I don't know how to break it, I'm just getting fucked over every time. Well, that does suck, because you do have to learn how to break it. But the good news is, King player has to be a little bit smarter. To be a little bit smarter if he wants to get more uses out of it. Because in Ares' video, like he was showing, when trying to do that with rolling Death Cradle, he did the arm breaker, chicken wing face lock, and then he went to mash. Oh. And then he got Dragon Sleeper. And you know, if you try that every time, you should be getting Dragon Sleeper every time. And that is the definition of not being able to mash out rolling Death Cradle. But I'm gonna give you this idea to put in your head right now. Dragon Sleeper and rolling Death Cradle don't start the same, do they? So instead, if I choose to just press 1+3 and then mash, once I get rolling Death Cradle, let's take a look. I'm a retard. I apologize. That's one. What's happening here is I'm missing the timing on the third throw input, just because I'm focusing too much. But basically, yeah, there we go. The point is that with my furious mashing, as you're seeing, I'm able to, I'd say that's consistent for someone that doesn't play King or know a damn lick about him, to be able to do 3 rolling Death Cradles like that. So now people are like, what? Everyone can do rolling Death Cradle? That's stupid. We're all gonna die. So we have no choice but to learn how to tech out of Death Cradle. But the other thing is, what if your opponent doesn't know this trick I just showed you, right? I guess you'll be gravy. But you can apply that to all of these. All of these. You can do all of these if you just... Muscle Buster starts with an X. Giant Swing starts with a triangle. If you want Muscle Buster, tap X first, then mash. So the way I say you apply this to become a better player, because you don't just want to mash out things with King. You can beat a lot of people at low level, congratulations. But there's something to consider that my friend taught me. Is that, especially with King, it should be obvious, is that when you're doing these throws, they leave you in a certain location. And there's an advantage or a situation you can take advantage of if they're not dead from the throw based on what's going on. For example, people want the rolling death cradle, right? But let's actually look at the Dragon Sleeper. It leaves them face down, feet out. Different than the normal standing position, causes them to get up that way. But the idea is that each throw King has some way of leaving them. See, like right there, he's face down, feet away. I didn't even get the rest of it. But like, let's say I stopped it at any point, you know, or like, whatever. You know, there's always a different situation you can get. So that's what I'd say is your responsibility. Yeah, I just taught you how to mash out every King throw. But if you want to be better, you gotta understand which throw you're mashing out, what it does for you, other than the damage. Also understanding what happens if they tech it. Where does it leave them then? If you want to go to the next step. But yeah, so I hope this video explained something to you. Hope it was informational. I hope it didn't, you know, hurt people. Like I said, my friend was really hurt when I showed him that I could do that. And that he didn't... I mean, I would feel relieved as a King player to know that I don't have to go through hell. And my opponent now has to learn how to tech all my bullshit. All you really have to learn now is, how do I take advantage of what I know? And that should be easy.